Boxing King Media powered by BYD and the Riyadh season. Mr. Jarrel Big Baby Miller out here in Los Angeles. How are you, first of all, brother?
I'm good, brother. Assalamu alaikum, man. So I feel great, feel blessed.
Wa alaikum salam. We last met in Saudi. You've just completely gone off the radar since that fight. You know, what was the main reason behind you going off the radar?
Sometimes, social media can just be clouding. It can just take up a lot of your time for no reason. And I'm not a kind of person where I like to indulge on certain things that I know that's negative. I kind of just brush things off. And it was starting to be negative, outside world speaking. And, I had to just regroup. Get myself together, get my mental together, and figure out what's next for me. Inside the ring and outside the ring. And that's what we did.
We see you come across as very brash and confident. And how was it taking your first loss against Dubois? What was the aftermath like for you?
I mean, it was a mental setback first. Mentally, I tell everybody, he didn't beat me, I beat myself. He didn't beat me, I beat myself. Like, why would I do that? But I understand everything I was going through. I didn't give myself an excuse, but I said, okay, Dad, if I get all this out of the way and I do what I need to do, then nobody can beat me. Correct. Okay, get that shit out of the way, get in shape, nobody beats me. That's what we did, So it hurt, it just hurt. But as a man, you got to brush yourself off and say, fuck it, let's get up and get the job done.
How good was Daniel Dubois? People talk about his punch power. You experienced, almost 10 rounds with him, so just tell me how good was he?
It was 10 rounds. I had 10 seconds left in the fucking 10th round.
That's what I said, almost.
It was 10 freaking rounds. The referee had it out for me, but they want to make sure he got that win. Punch power was great. You know what I mean? I don't feel like it was the hardest puncher I ever went in with at all, but like I said, when you're tired and you're that exhausted, everything fucking just, hurts. But mentally, I just wasn't even in the fight after the 6th round. My body clicked out, mentally clicked out. But like I said, the kid is good, man. He's decent. He graduated, and he's doing his thing now. And I hope he gets to win against AJ.
When I was ringside, you had the biggest cheers that night from all the fighters on that card, and I'm sure you know that. And you wore the Saudi colours, and you had some Arabic writing on your shorts. Yeah. And that video that we produced of you, when you reverted to Islam, and we saw the amount of support you got on the back end of that. What have you kind of felt with all that as well?
Oh man, it was great, man. It definitely motivated me to get back on the horse. Somebody says sometimes when you get closer to God, negative and the negative and devil energy kind of attacks you in a way. And as I try to make my transition to Islam and trying to read and follow in his Prophet Muhammad's guidelines, things started to attack me more. I get back home and I'm going through a lot of other craziness, and I realized that, this is a test. How you gonna deal with it? And sooner or later, 1 week, everything started turning around. Things, innocent on certain charges, and my other lawsuit got dropped, and I have an opportunity to fight again, and my daughter was born, and I was like, you know what? God wants you to eliminate a lot of distractions so you can focus on your main goal. And sometimes he has to break you down to the barrier, to the gritty bitty you are, so that you can come to him asking for guidance. And that's what I had to do. I had to become nothing to say, you know what, God, I have no more left. Show me where to go. And now we're here.
And I never got to speak to you after, but obviously you broke down, and I don't think anyone's ever seen you cry on camera before. And that shocked a lot of people, because again, you come across as this brash, confident guy, and we saw that moment kind of melted you. Just kind of explain what it was that tipped you over that.
Man, it was an overwhelming feeling, man. It's like certain things, energy and frequency is everything in life. If you don't understand, it's healing properties. If you're going somewhere, you're gonna marry a woman. It's all about energy and frequency, and something about that Quran, brother. When you hear it, and when somebody converts, and my cousin converted, and my boy Jose converted, it was like you was overwhelmed with joy. Like, we some soldiers, when we come from nothing, and we on this journey together, and it just hits a spark in your heart. Like, all right, you're not alone. You're alone in the ring, but you're not really alone in life. And that's part of Islam. When your brothers, you can call on your brothers or asking for guidance or how to deal with certain situations, man. And that's the great thing about it.
You touched on it there, your police incident. I remember when it came out and your picture was getting shared and people were saying, oh, Jarrel Miller's going to, because negative news sells, and people are kind of attaching your name to that. So I know you got cleared. Did you want to quickly let the fans know what the truth in that situation was?
Yeah, most definitely. I went back to Florida, and I got accused of, taking my own vehicle, and sometimes when people don't know the whole story, and you're a big black guy like me, the professional boxer, people get the story wrong. But, I had a good team of lawyers, charges dismissed, dropped. The judge even said it was foolery that this young man has to be smeared for some nonsense like this, and we're seeking justice, and getting what I need to get now for my hurt, But like I said before, it ain't the first time I've been called names. I grew up in Brooklyn and Queens. It ain't the first time I was picked on or people say this and say that. I don't give a shit. I'm a fighter. I'm a warrior. I'm a man. The question is, most people that do the throwing of the stone can't take a throwing of the stone. And you have to remember that in life. Don't always judge a book by its cover. Do your own research, and don't be jumped to conclusions. And stay off social media. Don't let social media, the first time you do something, you go on social media and judge your opinion. Because sooner or later, somebody can pull them receipts up and like, this is what you said. And they make you look stupid after a while.
Another thing I'll touch on as well, clearly you've lost a lot of weight, and I've heard you say you've lost over 40 pounds in weight. You can see you put the work in. Does it bother you, because all the work you do behind the scenes when you lose weight, people are always going to bring up the past and cast aspirations. Does that bother you?
I mean, yeah, it does bother you in some point, but at the end of the day, you can't live for everybody. You do if you're damn if you don't. So at the end of the day, you got to do for you, do for your kids, do for your family, and the people that genuinely care for you, rather whatever you went through, they're going to gravitate to you regardless. And like I said, real life, when I started my next career, I got a couple things I'm working on, people are going to gravitate to me more than anybody else that really wins, because a winner never really knows how I feel to lose. They never really went through any battles. I went through everything. I can sit down and talk to a man that went through a divorce, who couldn't see his kids, who got arrested, who took a loss in his career, who tried to come back, who lost all his money, get his money back. I can easily talk to a person that can go through and talk him out of that. Then a person who's always been winning, always been babysitted, always had everything perfect for his life. Where I can tell you, nah, bro, this is how you got to handle it, So, I mean, experience is really what makes you a man, not because you have a balls and a penis make you a man. It's what you've been through makes you a man. I'm a man. That's part of life.
It reminds me of something I said to Derek Chisora last week. I said to him, you've entertained people outside the ring from, it's obviously it wasn't right, but from flipping tables to spitting at Klitschko to slapping one of them to getting glassed to all sorts of craziness, but he's loved by the fans.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think about Chisora at a time in British boxing, nobody really was doing that. He's not a big name in America, but in Britain, people love him, And you can see the growth in Chisora over the years, too, towards the end of his career now, where he just still does crazy things, but not as crazy anymore. And like I said, he's an old dog, man. Sometimes he pulls tricks out of hats, and he did it with Joy Joyce, I didn't write him off again. I think if Chisora comes in, he'll beat Joy Joyce because he's more active. Joyce, if Joyce leaves his jab, it's an easy fight. And he didn't use his jab, man. He did not use his jab. He was trying to wrestle with a short, little, stocky gorilla. You know what I mean? I don't mean gorilla in a racist way because, I'm a man of color, but I'm saying the way Chisora comes in is like a little gorilla just comes in and throws a whole bunch of punches, and it works for him. Not works for everybody else, but for some reason, it worked for Chisora.
You've chosen Andy Ruiz next. Most people want easy fights back, warm-up fights. You're going straight in against a top 10 heavyweight. Why?
Because I was a top 10 heavyweight just now. I was 8 fighting a 3, and I took a loss, and I take a step back. But if you really want to get back in the ring and prove your point that, hey, listen, it wasn't a fluke, sometimes you got to do that. You got to go back and take another risk. The question, like I said before, Dubois didn't beat the real me. Dubois didn't beat the real me. So if he didn't beat the real me, what is he afraid of now? Become the real version of you. Become the real version of you. Make no excuses. Don't make no self-doubt. Fuck everybody else. You can't worry about everybody. Worry about yourself. What is it that reason you're looking at yourself? Why did you lose? Okay, I wasn't myself. How do you become yourself? Okay, get it done. So now, and can Andy beat the real me? Nah, fuck no. Don't see it happening. He's not beating the real me.
We saw you taking some pictures with Eddie Hearn earlier. What was exchanged? And because the last time I heard him speaking about you, he didn't want to work with you, he didn't want to be in the same space as you. Now you're taking pictures together.
I mean, listen, the last couple of times we've taken pictures together, we've talked the last year or so. Like I told you in life, a lot of things come on 360. Don't believe everything you always hear. Don't believe everything you always see. Men make mistakes. We're human beings. Things happen. The question is, how do you bounce back? Can you be big enough and say, you know what, I messed up, or I dropped the ball here. Can I figure it out? Can I fix my mistakes? You know, some mistakes you can't fix, something you can't. Some relationships you fall apart, sometimes you fix it again, you know what I mean? So that's part of life, you know, and Annie's a man, I'm a man, and the main thing is sitting down and, you know, hatching shit out and working for the future and, you know, get things done.
Last two things from you, Jarrel. I know, having spent time with you away from the cameras, I know you've told me that you've had a really difficult upbringing and you've basically come out the hood to where you are right now. Is there anything you could share on camera that you maybe not shared before, how maybe early life struggles that people don't know about, so you might be able to inspire the next kid who wants to make it out the hood?
I mean, listen, you know, I was born in Brooklyn, but I was raised in Belize with 3 of my aunts and 3 of my uncles in the same house with like 15, 16 of my cousins, you know, sleeping on one bed, and you know, we had we called the shit house in the back of the house, but sometimes growing up poor, you never really know you're poor, you know, until somebody points certain things out to you. But would I change it for the world? No, because one thing about me and my family is we're very close. All my cousins, we're very close. We're in a group chat with like 30, 50 of us. We're chatting every day, we're talking nonsense. So struggles make you who you are, you know. If I was born a rich man, would I enjoy time with my cousins and family as much? Maybe not. Would I enjoy the small things? Can I enjoy a coconut bust open and drinking the water on the beach just for the hell of it if I was a rich man? Maybe not. So growing up with less and getting more as you get older, you have appreciation for it. And then you understand too that sometimes when you hit a high and hit a low, you don't need so much at one time. You need a little bit. I mean, you all want a big house and fancy cars and shit, but you don't need so much. I don't need 100 cars. Maybe I need 5. I don't need 100 houses. Maybe I need 3. You know, because you can't live. You're only sleep in one bed at a time. You're only drive one car at a time. So before, when I had 15, 20 cars, you know, I'm into the car game. Nah, I got 3 or 4. Not saying I'm not gonna get more, but I understand I don't need to hold that all the time. It holds no value. God forbid I die and something happened to me. My son can't eat no car. But if I teach him about the game, understanding why we have these cars, or we can make money with these cars, it becomes an asset now instead of a liability. So it just taught me more this, you know, take a seat back, watch, be patient, and work hard.
I love that, man. Last thing, because I know you've got bars, do you think you could spit some bars for us? Sign us out. I've got a copyright-free beat that I'll play, but if you can name drop Riyadh season, the work Turkey's doing, bringing the event to LA, tell people why they need to come to the show on Saturday. So a couple of things. Freestyle. Mention Riyadh season, Turkey, the BMO Stadium. And if you want to mention AJ, you can mention AJ as well.
Let me see if I got.
On.
It's a little LA style to it. Yeah. Okay. Let me see what I got on the mic. Yo, August 3rd is going down. 12 rounds of fun. Me and Andy, I gotta put my homie down. It's gonna be down in BMO. Turkish, check it out. My homie said he gotta go. Tic-tac-toe, X to O. The flow is silly though, you know. We gotta get a better beat, man. Hold up. We gotta get a better beat, man. We gotta find a better beat, man. Come on. Let me see. New York. Here we go. Yeah. It's your boy. Big baby, we outside, yo. Let's go. It's my boy Turkey, my brother Turkey. Yo, it's getting hot out here. Put your hands up and we got to cheer for God, you know. I'm causing fear, knocking out everyone. You thought it was fun, you better grab your gun, son. Hold up, August 3rd is here. I got to knock out Andy. It's strictly clear. It ain't over till it's over. You better pray, put your hands up and call Jehovah. Hold up. Your boy getting crazy, snatching up. We got this again, bro. Come to you tomorrow.